Hello, my name's Gary. We're on lockdown in the UK, so I'm just trying to do some drawings called Familiar Unfamiliar in Affinity Designer. So as you can see, I'm doing characters that are well-known characters in unfamiliar poses, like Hulk, She-Hulk, Spider-Man in Captain America, Spider-Man and Superman type poses. Been using Affinity Designer for a little while now. I really like it, but I'm just trying to get a bit more confident with my inking and just wanted to try something different. So this one, as you can see when the video started, I'd already done the basic line drawing. My daughter had asked if I could do Black Widow in a Wonder Woman pose, which is probably a little bit more difficult because I'm not sure that Wonder Woman has any sort of specific poses that she's known for, but I thought if I have a look around, and it seemed that the image from the front cover of the DVD was a pretty well-known image, so I thought I'd give that a go. So I was quite happy with how my initial line drawing had come out. Hayden, my daughter, had asked that I add a shield, because obviously Wonder Woman has her shield, so I added a shield as well, and I think that's going to look pretty good. So yeah, I was happy with the basic layout. So then I did a slightly tighter version, another blue line sketch. So as I say, I'm in Affinity Designer, but I'm in the pixel persona section, using the brush tool on a pencil setting, so that I can just get a really nice, what looks like a pencil drawing digitally. I've got a Huion tablet, so I'm working on that. I think they're a really good tablet, works really well. So I moved over to inking, and when I'm inking, I try and use the pixel tool rather than the brush tool. Using the pixel tool just means that it doesn't anti-alias the lines at all. So when you need to fill an area that you've drawn, you can just click in it and fill it, and it's not going to have any of that horrible weird ghosting lines that if you did it with a brush tool that's got anti-alias on it. Doing the lines for our gauntlets there, I wanted them to be nice and straight, but I didn't want to use the actual line tool, so I just put a ruler on my tablet and just did a line rule and did it that way. Again, I think it came out really well. At this point I also had to remember that Black Widow actually has sleeves on her outfit, unlike Wonder Woman, so I just made to add those shoulder pads and a few little wrinkles and lines to her outfit, and she has fingerless gloves on as well, so I just wanted to add that. I think that's coming along quite well. I'm trying to get a bit more confident with my inking, not worry so much about how my lines are coming out, because I've never been very confident with my inking, so I just want to sort of go for it. Possibly means that I'm over rendering slightly, but I want to make sure that I'm using a nice sort of thick, thin line, nice thick lines around the edges, maybe some thinner lines on the inside. Basing the outfit on a promotional poster for the new Black Widow movie. It's not exactly the same outfit, but it's close enough. Just to do this was meant to be a quick drawing. So yeah, moving on to the legs and the belt. Again, not trying to match it completely. There's a lot more detail on her belt than I've actually put in here, but just thought of giving it a go. Make sure you get that Black Widow logo in there. They've all got to have their logos. Always useful to keep flipping your image back and forward every now and again as well, so that you can try and see if there is any mistakes that you spot on how the position of your character and things like that. When it comes up to the face, you'll see I wanted her to sort of look like she had a bit of a grimace on her face, but I'm really not sure that that's worked. I think the problem is I haven't followed it through with both the nose and the eyes as well, so it looks okay, but it's not perfect. And I wanted the straps on the legs here to look a bit more sort of leathery. Again, I'm not sure if it's worked, but as you can see here, you can fill an area and then just fill it straight in with the black and you don't get any lines. I've set that layer to multiply, so instead of erasing the areas, I'm actually putting a white pen in there, but it shows as clear because you're multiplying to the layer underneath. And it's just an easier way, again, try and keep those really clean lines. Never really drawn guns before. Thankfully I didn't really have to here either. It's all just in the holsters. As long as it looks like there's a handle sticking out the back, then it's fine. Once again, remember, she's wearing fingerless gloves. I'm really starting to finally appreciate the inking that you can do in Affinity Designer, and you could basically do the same thing in Affinity Photo as well, but a lot of the same features on both of them. Even Photo has got some vector options to it. It's just that Affinity Designer has both a full vector persona and a pixel persona, so you can just sort of flick between the two of them nice and easily. So again, just wanted to give that sort of leathery, rough feel to it. I think it was, again, use the ruler here just to draw a nice straight line, but still allowed to have a little bit of thick and thin going on with it. Did it on a different layer so that I could erase it out afterwards, but make sure the lines follow all the way through. And that was where my screen recorder went completely wrong and died. So as you can see, I got it up and running again, but by that point I'd already drawn the shield in, which I actually did in the vector persona, and then added the shading in back in pixel persona. I need to possibly get a new recording, or screen recorder, I think. Moved on to the face. Again, you're going to see that I'm sort of flipping the back around either way here, and then rotating the canvas as well. Because I'm working on a tabletop drawing tablet, I can't move that in different angles, so it's quite useful sometimes, as well as flicking the screen around, to be able to rotate the canvas. It'd be quite nice if in Affinity Designer, if you could rotate it to the amount you want it to. I think it does it to set sort of 20 degrees or something like that. But it's still quite useful to be able to just sort of change it around. So I'm not necessarily very happy with her mouth there. I'm not sure if it looks like a grimace or not. I also realised by flicking the screen backwards and forwards that one of her eyes was looking a bit smaller than the other one. So I went in and just changed that. Just getting all that hair in there. So I've taken this drawing through to the flat colours. See, I'm really not happy. I think one of the eyes is probably too high up as well. I think I need to move one of the eyes down. I haven't done that yet, but I might go in and move one of those eyes down. I think they're a little bit too high. Not really trying to make this look like Scarlett Johansson, but I did add a mole that she has. But yeah, I think maybe that eye is just in the wrong place. That might need moving. I just need to add the hair in, which I'm told this is the first time she's got two plaits in a film. Again, don't need to go as major detail because that's quite zoomed in there. Okay, so I move over to the pixel persona, and I'm filling all the background colour in just great big curve shapes. Just putting in all the shapes that I need, to doing all the skin first and then combining those shapes into one big curve as needed. So now you'll have one that's just skin and then one that's hair, as you can see in the right hand side. And then I'll combine all these different curves into just one big curve, one big shape. There you go, now we've got skin and we've got hair. And then just start going through and adding in the different flat colours. Not really trying to match the exact tones or colours of what she's wearing, just want to differentiate between different areas, and then I'll come in and put all the different highlights and gradients into it later. Not really sure how I want to do that yet. There's a lot of different ways that you can add it. You can do it either, I can go in and add them. Yeah, my screen recorder died again. After that point I'd finished doing the legs. So hit record again and off we go. So as I was saying, yeah, I'm going to add all the gradients and things and give it tones. But at the moment I'm just going up to the flat colours. But I haven't decided how I'm going to do it yet, so I don't know if I'm going to add them all as vector shading or just use my shapes as an area and then go in with pixels. Really not sure yet, not sure how I want this to look. Great thing about vectors as well is as long as things are on top of other ones, then you can just put a whole shape in. So there you go, that's all the flat colours. Just need to put some in her mouth and eyes, the clips at the end of her hair, and then I can start putting all the different shades in. Quite happy with how it's come out so far. And I'll hopefully get working on the shades and things pretty soon. Okay.